putting green out here. We're arriving at gate 6. There they are. Plane coming in now. Hope you can see it because I can't see it. There it is. Yeah. There's a plane coming down. Here it is. I think it's September 12th, 1994. The water is probably as low as I've ever seen it. We're looking down and seeing how steep it is down at the dock. And I'll get a better shot of the dam. But this is at least a foot lower than at any time that I can remember. So on the gate, there's those metal rounds. I'll see if I'm bringing a little closer into that. But I don't remember it ever being below that second one down, and now it's a foot lower than that. So that's the kind of thing we're putting up with. You can see the dock over there is up off the rocks. Our old dock's way down there, and I hope there's enough water to hold the boat up, because we've got to put the icers under it. Looking at the boat, it's still floating. As I can see some movement there. If you look on the other side, you can see how bad it is. Even here in the water, it looks like there's some logs that are sticking up. I just don't know how much water is left in there. Pretty sad state of affairs. I understand that the fellow here from the Bureau of Reclamation is responsible for letting too much water go out of the lake. And if we don't get some heavy rains this winter, I think the repercussions are going to be very, very serious. It's a white pelican out there. Let me see if I can zero in on him. You can just see the top of his head, I think. He's out there. Yeah, there he is. It's a little bit of white. Now the other interesting thing is that the logs that are sticking up out here. And the wind's blowing from the north, so consequently the lake would be higher now than if there weren't any winds. So we'd probably talk another 6 inches that the water's come up from the wind. Shot of the pelican, and the other thing I was seeing was a crane. There's several of them on the other side. They're looking for fish. There's the old pelican. There's the old sandbar. Wow. I'm looking south and you can't see it very well because of the sun. So I'll drive down and get another shot. But there's the deal off the condominiums and how exposed it is. And I say the wind's blowing from the north, so the lake's up a little bit. See the shoreline there. It's in pretty bad shape. Mess of birds out there. Look at them. There's pelicans. Yeah. Pretty exciting. Huh. It must be like it with the low water. Down to the condos, and I got out and I'm behind them now. And here's that situation that's behind the condos that, in high water it's covered, but it's just made up a lot of scraps of wood, it looks like. I don't know what the heck it was, how it ever got there, but you can see it's pretty much out of the water now. The other interesting thing is, as I look down here to my left, there's all these pilings that I never knew were here. Some almost look recent, and they're standing up straight. all about, but it's all up in there. And so you can see that. And looking up the coast here in the shoreline, you can see how low the water line is. You can still see all those birds out there that I showed you before from a greater distance now. They're starting to take off. Pelicans. These pretty birds. Well, we're going to go down now to Pelican Marina. Take a look at the water down there and see what's going on down there. You'll be surprised. You're going to see rapids where the river was. And you can see the water. I'll get this thing back in place here, hopefully, so you can see it. See how low it is here. They moved the boathouse there, so you'll still be in some water. Gas dock, as you can see, pretty bad shape. In fact, I don't think many boats could come in to get gas. So got a few boats tied up out there. But as you can see, the water is really low. Down towards Link River, you can see the boat docks, and you can see all the rocks out there. And you can see how low this thing is. It's ridiculous. Coming into their little deal here, where they used to have that boathouse and moved out. You can see how low the water is here. The only thing this it's good for is searching for hogheads. You're not supposed to do that anyway. The radio on, so I'll turn that down. But you can see now I'm just south of Pelican Marina, and the water is actually rippling there. I'll bring it up closer so you can see it. But and they claim that the water on the other side is rippling too. There's some birds out there catching fish, I guess, as they go over that ripple. But you know, that's pretty bad. But I'm facing into the sun a little bit, but you can see how bad this situation is. Get this focus. You can see the ripples. And then that other waterway over the other side. Pretty incredible. Move a few feet so you can see Old Putman's boathouse at the gate of the city. Look at how it's tilted. Yeah. And they're still pouring a lot of water out here. You can see the flow out there. Pretty incredible situation. Same position I was standing. Again, you can see the rapids. Point this out, that Ron was telling me those sticks stand up as a little fish ladder, or a fish trap that the Indians put in there years and years and years ago. And they'd catch your salmon, and the salmon were running with that. Oh, I guess I'm still recording, and you can't see diddle, because I've got this thing all screwed up. As I'm looking through a fence, but I just thought I'd take this out of the car and see. This is right off of the Yacht Club on the north end, and you can see. And I looked through there, and all of their entrances were pretty much full of sand. You can see the old boat there. It's been there for years and years. So that's the situation. But it just make a permanent record. When I go home, there's an article on the depth of the lake, and I'll see if I can put that as part of the story. Bye. to do is show you there's islands out there in the lake, and then the birds are just sitting on these islands. I'll try to get a shot at it if you can see it out there. But there's several of those. I mean, they're just where the land's sticking up and the birds are landing on them. I'm right now across from the tennis club viewing this. But it's kind of interesting, isn't it?